I went to Oak Hill my senior year. That was 2013, 2014.
Yes, sir. Talk to us about your journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up in the Charlotte area, like in Waxhaw. Went to Cuthbertson High School. Played for CP3 for AAU, and then my senior year, I went to Oak Hill. Went to Vanderbilt, and then I went to.
So let's slow down real quick. The CP3 group that you played with, who was on that group?
It was Theo Pinson.
Okay.
LJP, Gary Clark, Nate Mason.
Okay. And then, what was your recruitment journey getting to Oak Hill? Like we've heard BJ's recruitment journey. We've heard a couple guys. What was your journey, and what made you commit to going to Oak Hill first?
Right. So I went to a small public school, in my area. Obviously, Oak Hill used to come to Charlotte a lot, so I already kind of knew about the name and the legacy and everything like that. And then once I started to kind of blow up a little bit, it was kind of in the back of my head that I wanted to play in a national schedule for high school. And Coach Smith was as honest as you can be when he started recruiting me, really. He started talking to my parents and my AAU coach, and when I basically got the chance to talk to him, it was, you can come here, you can focus on basketball, and you can be with guys every day that are just like you, that are going to be playing Division I and play a national schedule and get ready for college. Or you can stay at the small public school. And struggle for recruitment. Exactly. So once he came to me and said that and said, look, it's not going to be any favoritism. We're going to have to work for it. I don't really care who you like. I've coached all these guys. I mean, to me, it was motivation because not only was he honest, but I saw his track record of putting guys in college, so who wouldn't want to do that?
So, what was the dog days of Oak Hill like? Like you said, listen, it's no easy street. We can look at this layup line and see that. The practice is going
crazy.
And again, you was down there during some of the prime years. What was the dog days of Oak Hill like?
It was like war, really, because it was nothing to do besides go to play basketball and go to school. So it was a lot of waking up early, going to the gym, and then after school, it was legit like war because it was 2 hours every day. Like I said, everyone on the team is the man from their hometown. And it's almost like who's going to be the real big dog here. It was competitive, but at the same time, it made everyone better. Because everyone came from similar backgrounds of being the man in their hometown and being top ranked and things of that nature. And you really have to get there to show it. So, like I said, Coach Smith would basically roll the ball out, and you just had to compete. And if you didn't want to compete, you were going to look like a fool. So it was great. It prepared me for college and going against the Martin twins every day. It just
okay, so you did with Caleb and
yes, sir.
Okay.
So in your hometown, did your position kind of switch from where you were there, and then when you went to Oak Hill, was your role different? Like, talk about that a little bit.
So yeah, it was. I mean, at my hometown, in my school, I was, like I said, in a way, I was a big man. In the city, in the county, and things of that nature. Luckily, my role didn't change that much because, I was kind of a pass first guy. Playing with the Martin twins every day. I think it made me look a lot better versus playing against, playing with guys that are, no offense to them, but it's just public school basketball. Playing with them, I think my role probably diminished a little bit from my regular high school, but I think overall as a basketball scheme, it helped you grow.
What you have in your game, man? So I'm not familiar with you. Tell us what did you do best in high school, and then tell us about your game. Was you more inside? Did you have inside presence, or what? Could you stretch the floor, hit the three? What you have?
I was more so just kind of just a point guard, just a floor general, really.
Okay.
I got joy really out of seeing other guys do well and them up. I could score a little bit, but I feel like my true gift and my game was making other people better. Going to Oak Hill, like I said, it was a lot different because those guys were already great. So, going to play at NC State and Virginia. So playing with them, it just kind of enhanced my game even more.
So how was your college recruitment journey? Again, so I'm not sure how familiar you are with the podcast. So we're primarily a grassroots base where we do bring in a lot of coaches. We bring in a lot of players that did, play college and NBA. and we get them to talk about their journey from, again, going to high school and then getting recruited to college. Guys like Anthony Morrow, that they sat down and talked about the journey from college to the league. So what was your recruitment when it came down to being at Oak Hill? Again, you started inside small town North Carolina, made your way to Oak Hill. You're out there battling as a pass first point guard, getting the D1 look. What was that recruitment like for you? From Oak Hill to college.
Yeah, so I actually, before I went to Oak Hill, I committed to Wake Forest.
Oh, okay. So you already had a big buzz. So he had a D1.
Yeah, okay.
So I had a little bit of a buzz, a little bit of clout coming out of it.
And did you get that off the AAU circuit, or?
Yeah, did it come through school?
It was mainly off the AAU circuit, like I said, because I played with CP3.
Yeah.
Playing in the EYBL and national recruiting, things of that nature. So I was originally going to go to Wake Forest. Coaching staff changed, things changed. So then I went to Vanderbilt, and then went to Vanderbilt for a year. Had a good year, but I just kind of wanted to get closer to home.
Yeah.
Charlotte to Nashville is a lot different than Charlotte to Clemson, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get a little bit closer to home, so I ended up in Clemson.
Oh, okay. So you ended up going to Clemson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but it was Vanderbilt first.
It was Vanderbilt first.
Did you play and then transfer, or?
Yeah, I played my freshman year and then I transferred.
Okay. How was Vanderbilt? Like, how did you like that versus Clemson?
It's almost like apples and oranges a little bit.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt the playing style was a lot different.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it didn't fit me, but it wasn't a place that I think I could call home. No offense.
Yeah. No. But this is good stuff you want to hear. Yeah.
It just wasn't a place I think I could call home.
Yeah.
And I already, once I decided I was going to transfer, I had a relationship with the Clemson coaches when I was already coming out of high school.
Yeah.
So once I kind of took that visit and I got coached with the coaches there even more, it just kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
So playing style and everything fit.
Was this is during the time? This is before transfer portal, right?
Yeah, this is back in the
day. So you had to sit that year.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it was. Back then,
when you transfer, you really meant it.
Yeah, it wasn't transferring for fun back then.
Yeah.
Right.
It was transferring because I legit want to make a change. And I'm willing to not play basketball for a year. So it was a lot different.
How was that year off though? Because I wanted to make sure I emphasize that because like you had to decide like, all right, I'm willing to give up pretty much. That was a year of eligibility and just taking a year off. So how was that transferring during that time when you had to actually take a year off?
It was. Transferring wasn't easy because back then, I mean, you guys probably know this. Back then, transferring, the kids that were transferring used to get a bad rep. So, what's wrong with the kid?
Yeah.
Head case, attitude, grades, or whatever. So back then, transferring wasn't really a pretty thing to do.
Yeah.
That year off, I would say it was tough, but I think it actually helped me in a way of like I can get a chance now to refocus on myself.
Yeah.
I'm still part of this team. I'm still helping them win. But at the same time, I can say, okay, what do I need to work on as a basketball player so that when I'm actually able to play, I can be the best version of myself. So it was tough, but at the end of the day, I think it helped me because I improved a lot in that year because it was a year to basically focus on myself, get my body right, work on the things I needed to work on. So it helped me.
Okay, and then so how did that end? And then like your career after college? Yeah,
did you do like overseas or anything like that?
Yeah, I got done playing in Clemson in 2019. Long story short, basically I blew out my knee my senior year.
Yeah.
Played through it. I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, as an athlete, that's when you're hurt. You're not thinking about the bigger picture of what's actually going on. It's just like how can you back on the court? So ended up blowing out my knee. And then basketball was basically cut short after that. But right now, I'm blessed. I'm still able to be around the game.
Are you still attached to the game? What do you do within that?
So I do a little bit of coaching and training, but I do a lot of event operations for big time high school basketball games. Tournaments. Okay. So I'm still around the EYBL and doing all that.
Okay. So you're
what area? What area are you?
I'm in Charlotte still.
Oh, okay.
And how we some of the events that you've done?
So the company I work with, we do a lot of the EYBL events. Peach Jam, basically all that stuff.
What's the name of the company?
Playbook Group.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do a lot of the EYBL stuff in that space, grassroots. So it's not. I like to say it's not as great as playing, but I mean it's the best thing I can get besides playing.
Yeah, you still around the game,
Exactly.
man.
So I guess again, this is the C. Smith Oak Hill Classic. Before we get out of here, give us a favorite Oak Hill story.
Hey, and I want to ask him this.
Okay.
But before you get to that, you can end on that. In college, what was like the toughest guard you played against? Like, do you have any kind of like, guy that, maybe over the course of the year you played him and you ain't want to play him again, or like you like, man, this guy's tough. Like, do you got anything?
Definitely. I got a couple.
Yeah.
Playing Dennis Smith when he was at NC State. That was
about the gym.
Yeah, that was It was a lot different back then.
And it was just 1 year. He just in and out.
Exactly.
That was a year.
Exactly. Playing Dennis was one. Nikhil Alexander that played at Virginia Tech. With that Hawks now. He was another tough cover. And then obviously they weren't my position, but it was just like their presence was felt. Obviously it was Jason Tatum. Zion Williamson. All those.
So you got to witness that.
So that's that was a tough year. You got to see Dennis. Then you got to see Zion. That was also Cam Reddish.
Yeah, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett.
They had a group.
You couldn't duck no smoke.
Nah, it wasn't any nights off. It wasn't any nights off.
Hey, back to what you were saying. I had to ask that. I wanted to know when you was talking about the,
your favorite Oak Hill story. Leave us with a good one.
My favorite Oak Hill story was probably, I would honestly say we had a moment in practice, and I mean everyone that knows Coach Smith, he's honest. Nicest guy in the world, but he's extremely honest. And I wasn't playing to the way I was supposed to be playing. And I remember, back then it was, you looked up to all the guys that came up to Oak Hill before. So I remember him saying, in the middle of the practice, like, well, if I had Brandon Jennings, he wouldn't have that problem. And Ty Lawson also wouldn't have this problem. So he
had Ty too. Ty was a blur.
So he goes down. He goes down the list, and he's all these guys that he's saying. NBA. I remember kind of looking at myself like, I got to get myself together. So that was one that kind of hit home for me.
It was a humbling moment.
Yeah, because it wasn't like he was talking bad about me.
No.
In a way, it was like, if this is where you want to be and this is how you want to be,
this is the standard.
But you there, you got to fill them shoes. Exactly. You there,
So he was, I think I turned the ball over. I missed a couple of shots or something. And he was like, well, when I had Ty Lawson and Brandon Jennings, those guys didn't have this problem. So
I love it.
That was kind of my favorite. Because at the same
time, the coach.
At the same time, it was like a flex for him. That's what you want to be.
And
I know what it takes.
And it's like, you want to be here.
Exactly.
Show me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was me personally. That was like my favorite.
Gotcha. Lead the audience with some parting words.
Talk for any of the athletes,
I would say to any of the athletes, basically, just to stay on your own journey. Right now there is no one way to success. Things are a lot different than what they used to be with guys going, JUCO or D2, and especially now with NIL being able to make a living, not even playing professionally. So, I would say just stay on your journey. Your journey's not the same as anyone else playing. Focus on yourself. Just get better every day. And even if it's not, playing professionally, you can still end up having a great career doing something that, you got from basketball. So that's the biggest thing I would basically say to the kids that are playing now.
No, we appreciate it. And again, this is a testimony. Like you said, you still around dealing with, again, the highest level at grassroots with the EYBL and putting things together. There's a bunch of careers that come out of basketball that don't always deal with you dribbling. We appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yep.